I did that. 1, 2, 3. Check, check. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, Ford. Let's wait for John. He says he can hear us.
Check, check. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2.
Check.
Got about 7 minutes. One, two, check, check. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. One, two. John, you got us? One, two, 1, 2. For those logging on early, we're about 7 minutes away from the pregame. One, two, 3. 1, 2, 3.
KACA.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
Well, we had no winner on Tuesday morning in the KCH Money Magnet Contest, sponsored by FCMC and Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. So coming up on Wednesday, another $5 into the jackpot. Wednesday morning during the 7 o'clock hour, the jackpot will be worth $135. Be listening. I'll call out the 4-digit lucky number. Hopefully, I'll call out the number that matches the one on your money magnet, and you could be a winner. $135 up for grabs Wednesday morning during the 7 o'clock hour on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH.
It's the end of a long day, and your feet are tired, or are you running behind schedule?
He's a junior. See the sign? Tell your girlfriend you're available on Thursdays again. This is your countdown for the Preston Indians pregame show. Pregame in 30 seconds from Mark. As we'll have a good game today, hopefully. And pregame show will start in 15 seconds from Mark. Pregame in 10 seconds from Mark. Have a good game. Pre-game show in 5 seconds from Mark. This is the Preston Indians pregame show. Coming up, we'll take a look at tonight's game. We'll hear from the coach and look at the pregame stats, all leading up to tonight's action. You're listening to live coverage of the Preston Indians on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com. Well, a very pleasant good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Snake Pit at Century High School, as tonight the Preston Indians square off against the Century Diamondbacks in an elimination game. This is game 3 of the district tournament, and the loser will be eliminated here this evening. Dan Hubbard along with John Slaughter here at the Snake Pit. John Beverly back in the studio. And this is the first game of a doubleheader here tonight. As soon as we are done here from Century tonight, we'll bring you a replay of the West Side Bear Lake game coming up after we are done here this evening. John Slaughter for the Preston Indians coming into this game. They have to have positive thoughts. 1-1 this year against Century and beat them last time out.
Right, and looking at both teams warming up here tonight, the only nerves I see out of anybody around here is me. I'm probably more nervous than any of them. These kids are ready to play. They look like they've got the game sight in their eyes. I can see it. They're both looking like they're ready to play a hard-fought game.
The game that was here at the Snake Pit earlier this year, Preston lost by 2 points, 45-43, and then turned around and beat them back at Preston Gym by 6 points, 46-40, in games that were basically the same throughout.
Right, and I don't think we're going to see a lot of difference in the type of play, the style of play. I think what it's going to come down to is, one, basically percentage of shooting, and two, rebounding. If both teams can rebound inside and stop the others from getting the offensive boards, that's going to be one of the keys to the game too.
Something that concerns me, and I'll ask you if it concerns you, is Century played that in-your-face style of defense against Preston in those 2 games, and they did it very well.
Yes, that's one thing they're very capable of. They know us well enough that they will play in your face, and they will go for the big high percentage shots. They're going to work the ball into Flashman and Harwell and a few of the others. I mean, they're good inside players, but we can't let them shoot from the outside either.
Right. So for Preston, needing a good performance inside and good shooting from the outside, they need to mix it up a little bit. You can't just rely on on Jones. You can't just rely on Hobbs to shoot. I think for us to be successful tonight, Hamlin needs to come through and have a good game as well.
Well, yeah, and that's what we want to do is we want to make all 5 players on Preston's team on the floor. Those that are on the floor, they've got to feel like they have a role in this game. They've got to go for it. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to go for their shots. Don't be afraid to take them. Yes, it's good to make that extra pass once in a while, but we've got to be on our game, use the confidence to go in at these guys and go full bore.
I don't know if you believe in miracles or not, or in omens, but it was 42 years ago today, a little hockey team that wasn't supposed to win went out and beat the Russians in the Miracle on Ice in Lake Placid. Let's see if the Indians can do that here this evening against the Century Diamondbacks. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll talk to Coach Jones as we continue right after this.
KACH, my local radio.
One of the best changes brought on by the COVID situation is the way we buy new vehicles. At West Motors in Preston and North Logan, they have become experts in these new buying practices. They invite you to build your own vehicle. Because of part shortages, vehicle manufacturers are building pre-sold vehicles first instead of trying to refill the nation's car lots. So now people build the vehicle that is exactly what they want. What color is it? What size engine? What accessories will you include? Stop by West Motors in Preston or North Logan today and let them help you build your own vehicle. Don't settle for the best car on the lot. Build your own vehicle at
West Motor Company.
It's easy, fun, fast, and affordable. Do all of your grocery shopping online at Stokes Market. Simply log into stokesgrocery.com. Select the Shop Online tab and shop for your items. Then select the pickup time that is convenient for you. Pay online, and if you can't get out, then have someone else pick up your groceries for you. Do your grocery shopping online and still shop locally. It's part of the new normal, and it's fun. Do it now. Shop, enjoy, save at stokesgrocery.com.
Tonight's pregame visit with the coach is brought to you by Rounds & Associates Insurance Services Incorporated, the local independent insurance agency offering you many different options for all of your insurance needs. Call for your competitive quote today at 208-852-20. At Rounds & Associates Insurance, we've been in business since 1948. And while many of the faces may have changed, there's one thing that still stays the same: our personalized customer service. Our customers will always come first, whatever your needs. At Rounds & Associates Insurance, we have many different insurance options and can find the right option for you and your needs. Call us today to find out more. 208-852-2500. 208-852-2500, or drop by the office, 85 South State Street.
KACH.
Welcome back here to the pregame show, as it's kind of a winner-go-home game here for the Preston Indians as they take on the Century Diamondbacks here tonight, here at the Snake Pit here in Pocatello. You know, you never have to play with your back to the wall, but that's kind of what's going on tonight.
Yeah, for sure. Two really good teams tonight, and we're at the number 1 seed tonight. They got knocked off by Pocatello, so do or die. You win, you advance. You lose, you're done. So, kids know what's at stake, and there's no room for error. We've got to come out and give it our best shot tonight.
A shot in the arm for these kids has to be that they beat Century last time out.
Yeah, both times we played them up here, a 2-point game at home. We got them, so confidence. We should be there. We know we can play with them, and that should give us a boost there. And we just got to go out and fight for 32 minutes.
You haven't played for a week. You've been on the floor practicing. How has practice gone this past week?
Good. I actually thought we've had a couple of really good practices. Kids seem focused. They know what's at stake, and like we said, we're going to find out early. I think we got to come out and get a good start, and if we do that, we'll settle in. And what we can't do is dig a big hole early, especially on the road.
More important to play better inside or better outside?
I think we need the balance. If we can get it inside early, that'll be big. That's going to make them start to double team down low on Brecker, and then hopefully that'll open it up for our guys from the outside. But it's gonna take a balanced effort. We need everybody to step up tonight.
I don't know if you believe in omens or not, but there was a little hockey game 42 years ago today where the USA on team knocked off the Russians, kind of the miracle on ice. You ready for a miracle on hardwood tonight?
We'd take it for sure. So, and we can't worry about, Thursday or Saturday, because right now it's a one-game season, and these kids, we've had our ups and downs this season, but tonight we just got to go out, and I really truly believe if we can go out and battle and defend and rebound, it's going to give ourselves a chance, and if we do that, then I like our chances in the end.
You're still well respected, the team is, even though they're in this must-win situation with the Max Preps poll, the rankings that came out. You're still ranked 6th.
Yeah, all three teams, we're 2, 3, and 6, or 2, 4, and 6, and it's just a really good year. Our league's a lot of talented, players in our league, a lot of good teams, and this is where only one makes it. So that's how it is, and you got to fight, and we're still playing, and until we're done playing, we're going to keep fighting.
Absolutely. That's all you can do is go out and fight. We wish you the best of luck tonight.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Tyler Jones with us here on the pregame show. Take a timeout. Back with more right after this.
KACA.
Why just get a job when you can start an exciting career in healthcare? Franklin County Medical Center is now hiring. We are looking for talented people to join our team with multiple positions available across several departments, day or night shifts, full or part-time. There's something for everyone. Make a difference in our community. Start a career at Franklin County Medical Center. We have competitive pay, referral bonuses, benefits including education assistance to help you advance your education and expand your career options. Find out more about what is available and apply at fcmc.org/careers.
We all have had a time in our lives where having insurance has been of great comfort and has helped to not make a bad situation worse. That is what we at Naylor Insurance take pride in, being that friend there to help you when you need it most. At Naylor Insurance, we will work hand in hand to find an affordable insurance plan that works for you. We are proud to represent a number of carriers to fit your commercial insurance needs, including a wide variety of options through Liberty Mutual Insurance. Call us at 852-0810. Naylor Insurance, 153 North State in Preston.
Well, welcome back here to the Snake Pit here at Century High School. Dan Hubbard back courtside with John Slaughter. And John, we have a couple of minutes, so let's talk about some of your keys to tonight's game. I know you like Preston going in, but what do they have to do to be successful?
The one thing that Preston's going to have to do, and we mentioned this earlier, is they're going to have to play inside out and using, as Coach Jones said, we got to go 50-50. We can't rely on the inside game. We can't rely on the outside game. We've got to go 100% on both. And the other thing is I think they've got to use everybody on there that hits the floor tonight. Has to be wanting to play, wanting to be there, and give their best effort, because it's going to take more than just one or two to step up. It's going to take 4 or 5 to step up to win this game tonight.
I think you're right. It's the one thing that they did do before, that when they beat Century back at Preston Gym, was they had fairly balanced scoring. Nobody really jumped out and was in the 20s or close to that. They stayed fairly balanced throughout the game.
Exactly. And I think we'll see that tonight, because every one of these boys want to be part of this. All the way right down even to those that didn't play much during the year, came up JV. If they had the chance to get in today, I think you'd see their best. These boys are ready to play. I'm excited for them. And let's go out and win this one tonight and move on.
Yeah, balanced scoring indeed was the theme for the last game. They had 3 players in double figures. Brecker Knapp had 12, Drew Jones had 11, and Tyler Linhart had a total of 10. And that's kind of what they're going to need tonight to be successful against the Diamondbacks.
Exactly. And like I say, we We want to make sure that that extra pass is there when it's available. Hit the open shot, but don't be afraid to put the ball up. If we wait too long, and we could dig a big hole if we try to stall too much and make it a low-scoring game.
All right, it's almost game time. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll have the opening lineups, starting lineups, and the opening tap for tonight's game coming up right after this.
KACA.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
Well, we had no winner on Tuesday morning in the KCH Money Magnet Contest, sponsored by FCMC and Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. So coming up on Wednesday, another $5 into the jackpot. Wednesday morning during the 7 o'clock hour, the jackpot will be worth $135. Be listening. I'll call out the 4-digit lucky number. Hopefully, I'll call out the number that matches the one on your money magnet, and you could be a winner. $135 up for grabs Wednesday morning during the 7 o'clock hour on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH.
It's the end of a long day and your feet are tired, or are you running behind schedule? But you need milk and eggs. You don't want to have to walk clear to the back of the store to get a gallon of milk and a dozen eggs. I suspect we all can relate to both of those stories. The great news is that this problem has been solved by Stokes Market in Preston with a recently installed new cold case right near the front door. If you just need a gallon of milk or some eggs, you can find them right inside the front door. Visit Stokes Market today in Preston.
Proud member of the co-op. We save you money on advertising and enable you to reach more customers. We are KACH, Preston, Clarkston.
It's time for Preston Indian basketball. The Indians take the floor as they look for another trip to the state playoffs. Tonight's game is brought to you by West Motors, your only stop for new or used cars in Preston and in Logan. Stokes Market True Value, with the freshest meats and produce and now preparing and selling sushi. Franklin County Medical Center with the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Preston Dental Care, when you have an occasion where you need someone to take care of your teeth, call Dr. Iverson at Preston Dental Care. Rounds & Associates Insurance Agency, an independent agency with many options for all of your insurance needs. Preston Auto Parts Car Quest. They have the parts that you need to keep your car running strong. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building new homes in the Blue Sage Park region of Preston. Naylor Insurance for home, health, life, and auto from Liberty Mutual. And by Motor Jungle. They will fix the car that the other mechanics will refuse to touch. Tonight's game is made possible through an agreement between Preston High School and Cook Brothers Broadcasting and is intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast of this game in whole or in part without the express written consent of Cook Brothers Broadcasting is strictly prohibited. Well, we welcome you back here to the Snake Pit at Century High School as the Preston Indians take on the Century Diamondbacks tonight in an elimination game in the district tournament. This is game 3. The loser has their season come to an end. The winner moves on to play Pocatello coming up on Thursday night back over at Pocatello High School. Time to meet the starters for tonight's game. As for the Preston Indians, it'll be number 0, the senior Brecker Knapp. He'll be followed by junior Cam Hobbs, senior Brecker Knapp. Did I say Brecker Knapp before? I meant Rhett Larson, I'm sorry. Also Steve Roberts, a senior, and the sophomore Drew Jones, the usual starting 5 tonight for the Preston Indians as they dim the lights here inside the Snake Pit. And time to meet the starters tonight for the Century Diamondbacks, who come into the game tonight 17-5 overall on the year. Remember, they went 4-0. Check that, 3-1, I should say, in the district play this year. However, they lost their first meeting in district play against the Pocatello Thunder. The starters tonight for the Diamondbacks, Luke Pantea, 6'1" junior, gets a start tonight. Also, Bruin Fleischman, a 6'4" senior, headed off to play football at the Air Force Academy. Jordan Lee is a 5'11" senior. He'll get a start tonight as well. And number 2, Elias Blackhawk starts tonight. And the fabulous freshman, number 1, the 6'5" kid, Isaiah Harwell, starts tonight for the Century Diamondbacks. Watch for the offense to roll through Harwell as much as humanly possible. Try to get him as many shots, especially early, and get him going into the game.
Yeah, if he gets started early, that could be trouble, but he looks comfortable. Assignment warm-ups, looking comfortable, taking those three-pointers outside the key or outside the three-point line, 2 or 3 shots, nothing but net.
Tonight's game brought to you by Motor Jungle, 597 North State Street in Preston. Remember, they'll work on all type of vehicles, even the one that you have, as Harwell controls the tap into the backcourt as it comes to the Diamondbacks. Into the left corner, there's Harwell. They'll swing it back around top. Pantea down low to Lee, put it up and in.
Yeah, not much he could do. He's found wide open underneath, and Larson was unable to get there in time for the easy layup.
Lee with 2 points early. That's exactly what he had in each of the 2 other games this year against Preston, a total of 2 points. Roberts out top. Comes to Hobbs, wants to drive, goes around Fleischman, knocked out of bounds by Harwell.
Yeah, he went up high, caught Hobbs coming to the basket. Easy block shot for Harwell.
So Preston's ball underneath their own basket, as Hobbs will trigger it in from there. As he gets it into Knapp along the baseline, came over, took a little shot from Fleischman, no good. No foul on the play. In the front court, it comes to Blackhawk, back to Lee. His jumper, no good. Knapp has the rebound there for the Indians. To Jones in the front court, left corner, Roberts for 3, no good. Fight for it inside. Larson controls the rebound and then throws it away. As he threw it in the backcourt, it goes out of bounds, but it would have been a backcourt violation anyway.
Yeah, that was an adrenaline rebound. He was surprised he got the rebound, and then when he threw it out to Jones, it went over his head and in the backcourt.
So leading 2-0, Century has the ball in the front court underneath their own basket here as it comes into Pantea in the corner. Pantea holds it there, back out top as it comes back to Blackhawk. Swing it back over to Lee on the angle left. Get it to Fleischman at the left elbow, holds it up over his head, gives it back to Pantea. Pantea looks along the right side as it comes to Lee in front of the Preston bench. Now back to Pantea again, back to Lee again on the right side. Back out top to Fleischman, fakes the jumper, give it to Harwell. He holds it there, give it off to Blackhawk, tries to drive the baseline, gets cut off, so he comes back outside to Harwell again. Now back over to Blackhawk, free throw line extended left, give it back to Lee, looks at a 3 at the top of the key, doesn't take it. Fleischman back to Harwell, 12-foot jumper, no. As up high to grab the rebound is Jones for the Indians. Up into the front court. Drew, top of the key, thought about pulling up, but he didn't do it. As now listening to Coach Jones yelling out the offensive instructions. As Drew comes around his screen at the top of the key, pulls up a 14-footer is good.
That's not the play Jones wanted, it looks like, but Cam couldn't hear him hollering at him come out on top, and Drew had to take the shot just inside the key.
10.5 point a game average in the 2 games against Century, just a little under his season average of 13. Fleischman had it, lost it, had to go get it at the right baseline. Now back out top, it comes to Blackhawk. Swing it back over to Lee. Now back to Blackhawk. Now Harwell has it on the free throw line extended right. Back to Blackhawk, back to Pante over on the left side. Whip it down in the left corner as Harwell stands there. Now give it back to Blackhawk again.
Good defense by the Indians as they haven't, the Diamondbacks haven't been able to take a shot.
Pantea bounces it inside to Fleischman. Oh, great pass down low to Lee, wide open for the layup. Lee's got 4, and they have a lead again. As ball bounces just outside of the ankle of Harwell. Now they double team Hobbs, and that was a quick tie up.
Yeah, Jones didn't have much. He had the ball loose going in between 2 players. They double teamed him, but they decided to call the jump ball.
Preston will keep it after Century controlled the opening tap as it comes back in the backcourt as it comes to Jones. Jones looks over at the coach, now puts the ball back into motion, back up into the front court. Comes around the screen set by Knapp, 3-pointer by Jones. That's no good as Harwell up high, out jumps Fleischman for the rebound. Give it back to Lee. In the right corner, it goes to Pantea for 3. Pantea knocks down a 3, and Preston wants a timeout just that quick. It's 7-2. Timeout on the floor. We'll take one and be right back.
KACH.
We all have those times when we need to see someone due to oral pain or discomfort. That is when you need to see Dr. Iverson at Preston Dental Care. When it comes to the health of your teeth, we should always strive for perfection and settle for excellence. Dr. Iverson at Preston Dental Care is the comfortable and professional general dentist that we all need from time to time. Contact Preston Dental Care today and make an appointment. Call 852-3700. That's 852-3700. Take the first step to healthier teeth and gums. Call Preston Dental Care, 208-852-3700.
KACH.
Ball belongs to the Indians after the timeout. They trail 7-2 as Harwell meets them just as they get to the timeline. They want to double team the ball as it comes into the front court and trap it. Lenhart just into the game for the Indians. His jumper from about 8 is just a little short. Comes off on the rebound to the Diamondbacks. In the front court, Harwell a long 3. That's short again as the rebound is off as it comes to Knapp. Brecker in the front court. Roberts has it. Give it back to Brecker. Down the middle all the way. Gets a foul. And he'll go to the free throw line.
Blocking foul as Knapp took that right down the center. And there was nothing Pantea could do but the block.
Okay. Sorry, we got a extension cord unplugged there for a minute. Now we're back with you as Brecker at the free throw line. First one was no good. Second one rolls in. Brecker makes 1 of 2, and it's 7-3, a 4-point game halfway through quarter number 1. Fleischman holds as Jones knocks it away from Harwell. Then Harwell able to beat him to the ball. Now he wants to drive, kick it off into the left corner. The shot there by Harding is no good. Preston has the rebound. Here they come in a hurry as Hobbs up into the front court. Bounce it down low to Knapp. Reverse layup is no good. Gets his own rebound, and they're going to call a pushing foul underneath.
Yeah, that was by Harding. He backed into Knapp as he pulled down the rebound.
First on Harding, second on the Diamondbacks. As Hobbs will bring it in from underneath the basket. As they're going to call an offensive foul on Jones as he ran over Gillespie trying to cut through the key. Coach Jones is arguing as the officials come up the floor that Gillespie is grabbing him by the jersey and pulled him into him. That's how the contact happened. First team foul against the Indians. Hartwell gets it up in the front court. Gillespie runs the baseline. Blocked by Linhart. Rebound goes to Fleischman. No good. Linhart's got that board as well.
Nice rebound by Linhart. He was in a bunch of trees there. Pulled that one down real easy.
Jones has it. Free throw line extended right. Give it to Hobbs. Down into the right corner. Cam comes back out of the corner now. Pulls up. Short. As Knapp tried to jump it around for Fleischman to keep it in bounds, but couldn't. Hey, don't forget the Preston School District Board of Trustees is holding a supplemental levy election coming up on March 8th. Make note of the date. Get out, cast your vote, and make your opinion known. As down low it comes to Fleischman, put it up and in.
Good ball handling by Fleischman as he went up under that, got Hobbs up off of his feet.
9-3, 2:40 to play here in the first quarter. Hobbs a three, too long. First one was short, that one was long. Here's the break to Gillespie as Hobbs stumbles and Gillespie makes the layup. So it's 11-3, 2.5 to play here in the first quarter. As get in the front court, Roberts to Linhart. Foul drive, lay it in, foul on Fleischman.
Yeah, Fleischman got Hobbs or Linhart on top of the head as he went in for the easy bucket.
One of those plays where you just let him have it. You can't stop him anyway. Just let him have the play as Hobbs comes out, and Hamlin will come back into the game. Hamlin had 9 points in the first game against Century and then didn't score at all in the second game. Hamlin completes the three-point play. 11-6, 2:20 to play here in the first quarter. Century on top. Dan Hubbard along with John Slaughter here with you from the Snake Pit here tonight. As they get it, that's a over and back. Fleischman had to reach in and rip it away from Knapp, and they went into the back court, and they couldn't get it before anybody made contact with the floor.
That was a good call by the official because even though Harding was in the air, the Fleischman was not, so that's why it was back court.
So they get it into Jones. He brings it back across the timeline. 2 minutes to play here in the first. Jones gets it as Linhart pops way outside. He'll hand it back to Jones now with Blackhawk right on him, trying to reach in and poke the ball away. Jones way out by the timeline. As Jones will reverse his direction and go back to the right side. Hamlin comes back to the top of the key with Gillespie on him as Century goes man-to-man here. 1:35 to play. He left in here in the quarter as Roberts tries to drive on Harwell and a holding foul on Harwell. That's his first. That's 4 on the team now with 1:34 left here in the first quarter.
They're moving their feet really good on defense, but Harwell was cut because he reached in and grabbed the arm of
Here's Jones back to the top of the key. As Hobbs checks back in, he'll come back in just a minute. Linhart holds it. I should say Hamlin holds it. Gillespie flies by, gets it to Knapp. Knapp just outside the three-point area near the left elbow as Jones started down toward the corner and Knapp threw it back to where he was standing. It goes out of bounds. We saw the girls do that a lot over the weekend.
Yeah, that's a tough pass. You know, it's kind of hard to know exactly what they're going to do, but there's so much motion going on out here that they're not standing in one place.
1 minute left in the first quarter. First quarter brought to you by Preston Dental Care. Stop by and see them on State Street in Preston as Lee's little turnaround hook shot is no good. Linhart grabs the rebound, 54 seconds to play. As it comes back up into the front court, it comes to Jones. Jones back to Hobbs. Hobbs will pull it back out. Clock runs down to 45 seconds. Back to Hamlin. A long three, in and out, as Harwell grabs the rebound. He'll push it back up the floor. They'll slow it up as the Preston defense gets back. Comes back to Harwell outside. Holds up one finger as he looks over to the bench saying we're going to play for one shot here. As Harwell tries to penetrate, he'll pull it back out to Blackhawk, to Gillespie, now back to Fleischman. He can't do anything with it, so he comes all the way back out near the timeline again, back to Harwell. Give it back to Lee on the angle left. Gillespie has it down in the left corner. Clock down to 11. Now back to Harwell again with 9. With 8, he'll hold it there. Jones kind of pushes up on him with 5, with 4. Tries to drive, loses the ball, gets it back, throws it toward the basket, no good. And they waited way too long to try to get a good shot.
Well, that was definitely, the last shot was trying to go to Harwell because he's really good at those outside last-second shots. He's got a smooth shot, but we managed to stay within 5.
11-6. After 1, we'll go to the second quarter coming up next.
KACH.
The savings continue this month at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Get 2 bottles of Lucas Fuel Injector Treatment for just $9. Keep your headlights clear with the Armor All Headlight Restoration Wipes, just $9.99. Or Autocraft Microfiber Towels in a 25-pack for just $12.99. Stop by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest when it comes to all of your auto needs. 17 South State Street in downtown Preston. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest.
The Limbic Arc may help you or someone you know be more calm. It's simple to use. Find out more by logging on to mylocalradio.com and clicking on the Limbic Arc logo. Check it out now. Visit mylocalradio.com and click on any.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
And tonight's game brought to you by Ralph's Construction, building new homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. They're breaking ground on Phase 3, so now's the time to contact them about a lot or design option for a home to be built for you. It's Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837. Well, we got to hold on a second. Wait there. Now they got the clock set. So here we go as the ball belongs to Century to start the second quarter. Nash Harding back into the game as Preston comes back with 3 of their starting 5. Off the bench is Hamlin and Linhart. As there's Harwell outside. Pulls up top of the key, doesn't take the shot, swing it all the way down in the corner. Now down low to Fleischman, and they try to feed it inside to Harding.
Call that on Hamlin.
Little collision inside, and Hamlin whistled for the foul. Harding will bring it in from the baseline. He lobs it into Harwell. He has it out just outside the three-point line. Now he'll back it out back near the timeline. Goes to Pantea as Hobbs almost had it ripped away, and then Nash and Fleischman just kind of knock the ball around a little bit. It goes back in the backcourt, but they can pick it up illegally because Hobbs had touched it. Harwell has it on the angle left. Now he'll give it back to Blackhawk, top of the key. Back to Harding. Back over Fleischman, a 3 from the right side. No good. Knapp, a good position in front of Harwell, has the rebound. Gets away from Fleischman, gives it to Hobbs up into the front court. Hamlin, a 3 from the corner. That's a little bit short, and Harwell has that board as well. Tell you what, Hamlin's been in a shooting slump the last 4 or 5 games. As comes back to Pantea, he'll pull up. Wild shot, that's no good. As Hobbs had it, was knocked away by Pantea. And they're on the ground, and Fleischman wants a timeout, knowing that he wasn't going to be able to keep the ball. 6:49 left here in the quarter. Take another timeout. 11-6 here in quarter number 2.
KACH.
The savings continue this month at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Get 2 bottles of Lucas Fuel Injector Treatment for just $9. Keep your headlights clear with the Armor All Headlight Restoration Wipes, just $9.99. Or Autocraft Microfiber Towels in a 25-pack for just $12.99. Stop by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest when it comes to all of your auto needs. 17 South State Street in downtown Preston. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest.
KACH.
Crosstown over at Highland High School at the end of the first quarter over there. Thunder Ridge leads Highland 10-9. That, like this game, is an elimination game in the district tournament in the 5A bracket. So here comes Century after the timeout. Blackhawk up into the front court. Goes on the left side to Lee. Get it to Harwell. Tries to drive the baseline. Shoots over Hamlin. That's no good. Look out. Hamlin ends up on Harwell's back. And luckily, no one ends up going down.
Yeah, that's put a saddle on Harwell that time because Hamlin was right up. Harwell goes right underneath him and he come down with the foul.
Foul on Linhart is his first. That's the 3rd on the Indians as a team. As ball comes in, Pantea from the right corner, no good. Rebounds off as it comes right to Hamblin. Back up in the front court. Jones looks at another three. Drews needs a bounce, but it's going to go up over and out and out of bounds. So neither team has scored a minute and a half into quarter number 2. As Blackhawk will bring the ball back up the floor. It's 11-6 right where we ended the first quarter. From the right corner, that's Harwell. His shot from there is no good. As Hamlin has another rebound down low as it comes to Jones. Works his way around Pantea down the middle, lay it off to Lenhart. Shoots over Harwell, that's no good. Knapp had it poked away, but they're going to say it was last touched by Brecker, and it's going to go back over to Century.
Yeah, they're letting a lot of slapping going on in there. Both teams are getting away with some interesting slaps and pushes and shoves.
Hamlin leaves as Roberts comes back on here for the Indians. As it comes to Harwell in the right corner. Down low, Pantea on the right block. Kick it back outside, Lee. Can't get the shot, steps inside the arc, still can't shoot. So get it down low, and they try to get it back to Pantea, and the pass was intercepted by Roberts for the Indians. In the front court, it comes to Hobbs. Go ahead.
That showed some quickness on Roberts as he intercepted that pass with ease.
And Lenhart drives, pulls up, jumper, needs a roll, won't get it, rolls off the rim. His shot was over Lee. Here comes Harwell with a rebound up into the front court. Blackhawk pulls up from along the left baseline. That's no good. Neither team shooting very well here in the early going. Knapp up into the front court as he gives it back to Roberts. 5:13 to play here in the left in quarter number 2. And again, neither team has scored as of yet. As Jones has it, he's knocked down by Harwell, and they call a travel on Jones.
Yeah, Drew was trying to find somebody to pass to, but he couldn't get it, and he lost his balance and went down. It wasn't a push or anything by Harwell.
Double teamed by the two biggest guys on the floor, Fleischman and Harwell.
Right.
So it stays 11-6. As the ball comes into Pantea, he'll give it off to Harwell in the backcourt. Brecker Knapp will pick him up as he comes to the midcourt stripe. We go under 5 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. Harwell pulls up a three. Good.
Yeah, that's where he's dangerous. He gets out there and does that stop and pop, and he can net him just probably 7 out of 10 times.
That's his first points of the game with the three-pointer. It's 14-6. 8-point lead here for the Diamondbacks as they force the ball inside. As Knapp rolls to the basket, will it count? Let's see. They're going to call it on the drive.
Yeah, he's going to call it a good, yes.
They're going to call the basket good, so give Knapp a couple of points. And the foul is on Jordan Lee. That'll be his second.
Yeah, so it'll be a one-shot foul for Knapp.
Second quarter brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Go where you'll be treated like a friend for anything you need for your car. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, 17 South State Street in Preston. Brecker makes the free throw.
Fleischman comes back in.
Fleischman comes back
Lee
in
goes
as
out.
Lee will leave. Jordan with a couple of fouls here in the first half. As the ball comes in to Harwell, the little backcourt pressure put on here by the Indians. Pantea bounces it up in the front court as it comes to Fleischman. Back to Harwell. Wants to drive across the top of the key. Stops at the left elbow. He'll give it back to Fleischman, who pops way outside. Now back to Gillespie. They'll give it back to Harwell again out near the timeline. Back to Gillespie, back to Harwell as they play catch. He comes around the screen set by Fleischman. Pantea three from the left side this time is good again.
Yeah, we can't let them start heating up on those threes. That's 2 threes for him in the last minute or so.
Had to laugh. The official just waved his hand at Pantea, telling him to stand up. Nobody touched you. As it comes back to Hobbs. Kick it over, right corner. Roberts for three from there is good.
Got it.
Steve, with his first points of the game, he had 6 in the last time these two teams got together. As Pantea gets it up into the front court as it comes to Fleischman. Fleischman gets it down low. Harding got away from Rhett Larson and got the point.
Yeah, that's twice Harding's been able to get that easy bucket.
19-12 as it comes to inside. Larson got a little wild shot, got away from him as Century pushes it back up in the front court again. Fleischman down low on the block. It goes to Harding for the easy little bank shot.
And why that was not an offensive foul on Harding is I don't know. He backed right into Larson and just pushed him out of the way to go up for the easy layup.
He does that every game. They never call it. As it comes to Hobbs. Hobbs swing it back over to Roberts. Wants to drive, and a reach around foul by Pantea as he reached around and made contact. So Pantea draws the foul. That's 6 now. So Century's out of fouls for the final 2 minutes and 50 seconds here of the first half. Preston trails by 9, 21-12. Jones will bring it in from the baseline in the front court. Gives it to Hobbs. Hobbs swing it back out top. It's intercepted by Harwell. Here he comes as they reached out and grabbed him 2 different times. And finally the official called it a 2-shot foul.
Yeah, Hobbs kind of fouled him almost intentionally, but made it look like a run-in. But Harwell missed the layup, so it could be good. But Harwell's a good free throw shooter.
Well, he did foul him intentionally the first time. They didn't call it. He reached out and grabbed him by the arm.
Right.
So here's Harwell to the free throw line. Isaiah's first one is good.
Yeah, he rarely misses. His percentage has got to be up there in the free throw shooting.
It's about 72%. Had a season high this year of 34 against Pocatello in their first meeting. Second one good again. Harwell's got 5 here in the first half. 2.5 to play here in the first half. As Jones gets it up into the front court, gets double teamed, swing it back outside to Lenhart. He'll give it back to Hobbs, top of the key. Waiting for the offense to come around and set up as Hobbs runs into Blackhawk. Crowd wanted a foul. But actually, the student sections for both sides wanted a foul from either direction as the pass had been knocked away by Gillespie and out of bounds.
Yeah, this is definitely one game where it's very physical out there. It's almost like we need to put pads on them.
Hamlin comes back in as Hobbs leaves. And Roberts has the ball. He'll run the offense, give it to Hamlin over on the right side. Holds it there. Throws it to Lenhart, top of the key. Lob down low to Knapp as Knapp tried to roll to the basket, and Harwell came over and stole the ball, but they're going to call a foul on Harwell.
And that'll be a second. He did not like that. He's jumping up and down, and that's going to put Hobbs at the line.
Well, he thought he had all ball, but he did get a lot of Brecker's wrist to knock the ball free.
Right.
So it's going to send Knapp to the free throw line to shoot 1-1. Preston still trailing by 11 now at 23-12. That's the biggest lead of the game for Century.
Both teams are moving players in and out as fast as we can see them.
Harwell just went off the floor with his 2 fouls. Knapp with the 1-1, and it's good as Fleischman ends up on the floor with Lenhart underneath him.
Yeah, I think Lenhart went out for a wide receiver catch, and Fleischman wanted to tackle him.
As now the officials come over to talk to both of them, so you get them to quit wrestling around so much and just go after a rebound as they come out to kind of wipe off the floor a little bit. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Naylor Insurance, with many options to serve you for home, health, life, and auto insurance through Liberty Mutual. Call Naylor Insurance at 852-0810. So Brecker back to the free throw line to shoot the second of the 1-1. And that one's no good, and Fleischman has the rebound. So Brecker 3 for 5 so far at the line here tonight as it comes to Blackhawk in the right corner. One bounce dribble, give it back to Pantea in the corner, tries to dribble his way out, bounce it down low to Fleischman, back down to Harding. Harding able to go around to Lenhart and get the off the glass.
Harding's good at using his body to block out the defender, and then goes right up against the glass. That's 3 easy buckets for him.
As Knapp has it at the left elbow, one bounce dribble, kick it back out to Roberts. Down low, try to get it to Lenhart, and knocked out of bounds by Harding. Harding will use his body a little bit, but if you keep an eye on him, he'll give that little push in the back.
Yeah.
When someone's trying to set up for a position, he'll give somebody just a little shove, just to knock him on balance. As Hamlin can't get the ball in, it's a 5 count.
Yeah, I think he went from 4 to 5 really quick on that. The official did. I was kind of counting with him, but
25-13, Preston trails by a dozen. 1:25 to play here in the first half. Fleischman at the left elbow, drives, runs over a man, and it is what? Call something. Offense.
Yeah, that's the correct call, but both of them looked, they both called their whistle, blew their whistle, but one looked at the other one and says, I'm going to call offense, and the other says, so am I then.
So that's 2 now on each of the big men for Century, 2 on Fleischman and 2 on Harding. And Ryan Frost, the head coach for the Diamondbacks, wants an explanation of why it took so long to make a call. And quite frankly, so would I. It's a foul or it's not. As it comes down to Hobbs. Look out, his entry pass was knocked away. And they're going to call that a held ball.
No, that's a good call because he only had the ball, but Hobbs wasn't going to give up on it, and he actually pulled Hobbs down with it, but he had nothing but ball.
As Hobbs got slammed off the floor, held ball stays with the Indians. Comes into the right corner to Knapp, bring it back outside to Hamlin. Back to Jones over on the right side. 1 minute to play here in the first half as Jones brings the ball back out by the timeline. Now he wants to drive, pulls up from the free throw line, throws it up and in.
It's not a shot you would expect him to take, but hey, he's good. He's got the control of his arms.
Get it down low to 4 as Harding jumps into the defensive man as he's going up and draws the foul.
Yeah, I don't see how they're letting him get away with
There's
that.
no verticality there. He's jumping at a 45-degree angle.
Right.
Foul is on Knapp. That's his first. One shot here for Harding with 44 seconds left is good. So here it comes back to Hobbs. Works it back up to the front court. Preston down by 13 now. 28-15. Roberts has it in the left corner. Clock continues to roll down to 30 seconds left in the half. Hobbs holds it there, back outside to Roberts. He'll give it back to Jones. Jones wants to drive. Hobbs for 3 from the left side. That's no good. Roberts has the rebound. Had it poked away by Lee and picked up there by Pantea. 15 seconds left in the half. Blackhawk fakes the 3, down low. Harding goes back up, misses the layup there, gets its lead with the rebound and the putback.
And Hamlin will be called for the foul of over the top.
So Lee's going to go to the free throw line. The foul on Hamlin was his second. 6 on the Indians for the half, which really doesn't matter. There's only 6 seconds left in the half. And now Lee goes back to the free throw line. Has 6 points in the half and looking to extend what is already a 15-point lead as the free throw is good. The lead is now 16 with 4-3. Jones shoots a long 3. To beat it at the buzzer. So Jones takes a little nibble out of that lead and makes it 31-18 as we go to the halftime break. So Preston has been the victim of just a little, well, I don't want to make it sound bad, but there's certainly the officials are letting the Diamondbacks use a little bit of size advantage to their advantage.
Well, yeah, there's, they're doing what they think they can get away with, and they're gonna use it to their advantage. With Harding, he's just losing his whole body to go up to the basket. So even though he's going vertical, he's still trying to throwing the ball up horizontal, and it's going in.
That's the end of the first half. 31-18, Century on top. We'll come back with a halftime show right after this.
KACA.
Ralph's Construction has been building quality homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston for years. Now they're breaking ground on Phase 3 and will have homes available again soon. However, now is the time to be planning exactly in the Phase 3 lots where you want to be and eventually call home. For more information, call 435-232-1837. Ralph's Construction can have a home ready for you before you know it. Remember, They have floor plans available, or they can build to suit a floor plan that you may desire. Ralph's Construction. Call today, 435-232-1837.
One of the best changes brought on by the COVID situation is the way we buy new vehicles. At West Motors in Preston and North Logan, they have become experts in these new buying practices. They invite you to build your own vehicle. Because of part shortages, vehicle manufacturers are building pre-sold vehicles first instead of trying to refill the nation's car lots. So now people build the vehicle that is exactly what they want. What color is it? What size engine? What accessories will you include? Stop by West Motors in Preston or North Logan today and let them help you build your own vehicle. Don't settle for the best car on the lot. Build your own vehicle at
West Motor Company.
Saving money by shopping with coupons is finally worth it. You don't have to spend hours looking for places to clip the coupons. They can be right at your fingertips on any smart device. Log into your Stokes Market Rewards account to find dozens of coupons every week. It's so easy you can't afford not to use coupons as you shop. They can help you put your rewards account on your smart device at the service desk at Stokes Market in Preston. Shop, enjoy, save with digital coupons at Stokes Market in Preston.
Well, we had no winner on Tuesday morning in the KCH Money Magnet Contest, sponsored by FCMC and Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. So coming up on Wednesday, another $5 into the jackpot. Wednesday morning during the 7 o'clock hour, the jackpot will be worth $135. Be listening. I'll call out the 4-digit lucky number. Hopefully, I'll call out the number that matches the one on your money magnet, and you could be a winner. $135 up for grabs Wednesday morning during the 7 o'clock hour on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH.
Franklin County Medical Center Sports Therapy and Rehabilitation Services is dedicated to helping you live your best life. We have trained professional staff to help you improve your athletic endurance and so much more. Whether you are recovering from injury or surgery or need some basic athletic training, we work hard to get you back to doing what you love most. Our speech pathologist can also assist with communication, language, or other speech issues. Learn more about our services at fcmc.org.
KACH.
Welcome back. This is the Ralph's Construction halftime report. As at halftime, Century leads Preston 31-18. John, your impressions of the first half?
Well, the first half has been kind of interesting. The officials are letting them play a little more than we thought they would. But, surprisingly, there's two things that Preston's not getting the job done. Their percentage is way low of their shooting, and the other one is they're not boxing out and getting any of the defensive rebounds to give them the ball. So it's going to be, we've got a lot of work to do, but those are the two things we got to do is rebound, and we've got to get our percentage up.
That and Century's gotten a lot of shots from inside of 3 or 4 feet, little layups.
Right, and that when you'll read the stats here, but you'll find that the shortest man, but the stockiest man on Century's team has got all the points because he's using his body, getting those easy shots underneath, and going up and scoring. Yeah. I'll bet he's got the difference in the game, which is 14, 13?
Yeah, right close to it. Not far off it anyway. So the Indians have struggled a little bit getting good looks, as we expected. Century is still playing that in-your-face type defense.
Oh yeah, definitely. And Preston, they're quick and they're not, but they were having a hard time getting the ball inside and getting that good shot because they are playing in-your-face defense.
Yeah. Take a timeout. We'll come back and look at the stat sheet right after this.
KACH.
We all have had a time in our lives where having insurance has been of great comfort and has helped to not make a bad situation worse. That is what we at Naylor Insurance take pride in, being that friend there to help you when you need it most. At Naylor Insurance, we will work hand in hand to find an affordable insurance plan that works for you. We are proud to represent a number of carriers to fit your commercial insurance needs, including a wide variety of options through Liberty Mutual Insurance. Call us at 852-0810. Naylor Insurance, 153 North State in Preston.
Webb Funeral Home, established in Preston in 1925, has served the needs of Franklin County families and their neighbors for several generations. Now in their modern new full-service facilities just off Highway 91 south of Preston, Webb Funeral Home continues to offer caring and professional services to all residents of the area in their time of need. Funeral directors Douglas Webb, Ron Smaley, and Jordan Webb, along with aftercare specialist Jody Rasmussen, thank you for your trust in them and welcome your questions and concerns anytime. A message from your friends at Webb Funeral Home.
Franklin County Medical Center is proud to provide excellence in surgical and specialty healthcare right here in our community, making it extremely convenient to receive world-class care without even leaving the county. The best part is that we work closely with your primary care physicians to ensure a convenient and coordinated care experience. Our skilled surgeons are continually adding services to Franklin County, some you won't find anywhere in the greater Cache Valley area. Discover what is available right here at fcmc.org/specialty. You just might be surprised at what we have to offer.
Used vehicles retain their value longer than new vehicles. That's a fact. So when you're shopping for a vehicle, don't forget to look at the pre-owned vehicles you'll find at Motor Jungle in Preston. When you see a vehicle on sale at Motor Jungle, you know that Motor Jungle's top-notch mechanics have gone through it with a fine-tooth comb. You'll know it's as mechanically sound as it can be. So stop by and find your next vehicle at Motor Jungle at the north end of State Street in Preston.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Well, let's look at the stat sheet from the first half of tonight's game. First for Century, Zach Gillespie had 2. Isaiah Harwell finished the first half with a total of 5 points. Elias Blackhawk did not score. Jordan Lee had 7. Bruin Fleischman with 2. Nash Harding leading Century with 9 points in the first half. And Luke Panea had a total of 6. For the Indians, Rhett Larson played but did not score. Brecker Knapp had 5. Steve Roberts had 3. Drew Jones had 7 in the first half. And Tyler Linhart had 3. So for the Indians, I'm sure that they're not ready to give up yet, as they don't want their season to come to an end, so they're going to have to improve as we start the second half in this elimination game. 31-18. Pocatello, or I should say Century, on top with the second half coming up right after this.
KACH.
The savings continue this month at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Get 2 bottles of Lucas Fuel Injector Treatment for just $9. Keep your headlights clear with the Armor All Headlight Restoration Wipes, just $9.99. Or Autocraft Microfiber Towels in a 25-pack for just $12.99. Stop by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest when it comes to all of your auto needs. 17 South State Street in downtown Preston. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest.
The limbic arc may help you or someone you know be more calm. It's simple to use. Find out more by logging on to mylocalradio.com and clicking on the limbic arc logo. Check it out now. Visit mylocalradio.com and click on any.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
As we move along here to quarter number 3, Preston trailing 31-18. Tonight's game brought to you by Rounds & Associates Insurance Agency, offering many options for all of your insurance coverage needs. 85 South State Street in Preston. Come and get your competitive quote today or call 852-2500. John, if you're Coach Jones, what are you telling the guys at halftime?
Well, we're going to tell them we're going to have to be patient a little bit better. Hold the ball a little bit. Look for that. We know they're going to come at us hard to hard, man to man. But we got to make good passes and then get a good shot. Look for the good shot. Let's get up and take it. I don't think we haven't been able to run with them so far tonight. I think slow it down, maybe give them a little. Help them out a little.
Remember, the Preston School District Board of Trustees is holding a supplemental levy election coming up on March 8th. Make a note of that date. Cast your vote and make your opinion known. So here we go, second half. Preston needs to figure out a way to get back into the game and win the game, or their season ends here tonight. As they bring it in, the Blackhawk in the backcourt. Comes across the timeline as Jones picks him up there. As he'll give it off to Pantea. Now to Fleischman over on the right side. Free throw line extended right in front of the Preston student body. As it comes to Lee, his pass is behind Blackhawk, picked up by Harwell. Little 17-foot jumper is no good. Fleischman hustles for the rebound, gives it back to Harwell as he has it right at the three-point line. Goes around Larson, slides to the basket, and a foul inside.
Yeah, not much Knapp could do on that one. He had to go at him, otherwise Harwell was looking for a dunk right there. Had to stop him at the basket.
Second one on Knapp, first against the Indians here in the second half. And Harwell will go to the free throw line where he was 2 for 2 in the first half of tonight's game. And that one bounces around and stays out. Harwell had 18 in the first meeting against the Preston Indians, 15 in the second. And he had 5 points in the first half so far here tonight. As here's the second half of the two-shot free throw, and he makes that.
Oh.
As the ball comes to front court, lost by the Indians, it comes to Fleischman, slam dunk.
Fleischman put an exclamation mark on that one. As I don't know how we lost the ball bringing it down court.
I don't either. I looked up and saw the ball just rolling, and they picked it up and gave it to Fleischman for the jam. Down low, Fleischman tries to take it away from Knapp. They're going to say his last touch by Brecker and goes out of bounds. So Fleischman will bring it in back in the backcourt as they get it into Blackhawk. As Harwell comes to meet the ball. Harwell walking the dribble in the backcourt, gets across the timeline, met there by Knapp. Fleischman sets the screen way outside to try to clear Harwell. Tapped around, knocked around, picked up by Fleischman. Back down low to Lee. Has it in the paint as turnaround and going to call a traveling violation on Lee. So Preston, who scored only 6 points in the second quarter, trying to get offensively back into the game and get some momentum back as Jones takes a three. That's no good. Harwell up high to get the rebound. He'll push the ball up out of the front court. No look pass to Blackhawk in the front court. Pantea for a three. No good. Lee with the rebound down low with good position. Gets another easy putback. And a timeout called by the Indians.
Yeah, we're just not getting good position on those rebounds, and they're coming down with both offense and defensive rebounds.
Century leads by 18 with 6:16 left in quarter number 3. We'll be right back.
KACA.
The savings continue this month at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Get 2 bottles of Lucas Fuel Injector Treatment for just $9. Keep your headlights clear with the Armor All Headlight Restoration Wipes, just $9.99. Or Autocraft microfiber towels in a 25-pack for just $12.99. Stop by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest when it comes to all of your auto needs. 17 South State Street in downtown Preston. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest.
KACH.
Preston has the ball in the backcourt. They got work to do. As Century is really starting to put the hammer down here now as they lead by 18. 6 minutes left in the third quarter. Jones outside for three. No good. Harwell has the rebound. He'll push up into the front court. All the way. Takes it to the basket. Scoop shot, no. Put back, no. Gets his own rebound. His third shot is no good because he's fouled.
I'm not sure if that was Linhart or Roberts that fouled him, but it was actually a good foul.
They call it on Linhart. That's his second. 2 on the Indians here in the second half. As Harwell will go back to the free throw line again to shoot a couple more. Tonight's game brought to you by West Motors in Preston and in Logan. You find yourself in need of a new car for your college or high school student? You might want to consider West Motors. Stop by and save today. West Motors, located in Preston and in Logan.
Little blood or sweat or something on the ground over there, so they've stalled the free throw.
Come out, do a little mop job on right around the left block area as Harwell will go to the free throw line, and he'll shoot 2. It's like he did a moment ago. Harwell's first is good. No good. He missed it again.
kind of uncharacteristic of that for him to miss 3.
So he'll go back to the free throw line to shoot here again. He's 3 out of 5 so far from the line tonight. His second is good. And that gives him a total of 7 in the game. So here's Hobbs up into the front court. Hobbs takes it into the right corner, double teamed there. Now trying to get it back out, gives it to Roberts. Roberts drives around Harwell, runs into Fleischman, can't do anything with the ball. Nice pass down low to Knapp for the layup.
Nice look by Roberts as he was double teamed and left Knapp all alone underneath the basket.
They pressure in the backcourt. They get it into Blackhawk, and what do we got?
Jump ball. It's going to go the Indians.
They called it a held ball, so Preston gets the ball back. 37-20. Preston trails by 17. 5.5 to play here in quarter number 3 as Hobbs will bring it in. Knapp gives it back to Hobbs, who will bring it back outside near the top of the key. Hobbs drives around, can't get around Pantea, kicks it back to Roberts on the right side. Roberts back to Lenhart, turn around 15-foot jumper is no good. Knapp almost had it, had the rebound, then knocked it loose. Pantea has in the corner, gives it back to Hartwell as Roberts slips and falls right in front of Harwell, and it becomes a pretty good body block.
Well, Roberts went down, and Harwell tried to go over the top of him, and then Roberts came up a little bit but tripped Harwell, so they called the foul on Roberts on the block.
That's the first on Steve, 3 on the Indians here in the first 3 minutes of the third quarter. Pantea in the front court, it comes to Fleischman. Look out, backdoor pass down low, and it's Gillespie back into the game for the layup.
They're running that backdoor to perfection and finding that open man underneath the basket.
19-point lead, biggest of the game for Century, 39-20. As Hobbs outside, swing it back over to Roberts. He's got a 3 from the corner. Over Hartwell is good. That's his second 3 of the game, and Roberts has 6.
Down to 16.
Pantea in the front court to Fleischman. Now back to Pantea. Down low, it's Harding again.
That's been money for him all night long as Harding's get wide open, going right to the basket.
He just goes and stands down at the block, and they find him. And they get an easy layup as Roberts gets around Harding, runs into Harwell. Get outside as it comes to Hobbs and bring the ball back outside near the timeline. Cam drives, good looking move around Harwell, tipped inside by Knapp. No, but it's going to stay with Preston.
The Indians are definitely looking a little bit out of sync and trying to find the open man. Like they're a little bit confused, but Jones is trying to get them organized out there, and they're just, like you say, their in-your-face defense is just really tough.
Fleischman comes out. Harwell stays on the floor. As the pass comes in, goes in the left corner to Jones. Pull-up bank shot, no. Knapp has the rebound inside, and they're finally going to call a foul on Harding. Trying to bend him over backwards, and yes, they did. First foul against Century here in the second half. Harding draws his second. And Preston has the ball again, baseline in the front court, trying to get it in. As the bounce pass comes down low to Lenhart. Goes up over Lee and makes the shot and the foul.
Yeah, that was a good one by Lenhart because he's really good at coming into the basket and using that one-hand shot to go up, get the basket.
That's 3 on Lee as he leaves. Pantea comes back into the game. And Lenhart will go back to the free throw line here to try to complete the 3-point play. Free throw is no good. Harding with the rebound, so it stays a 16-point lead. Look out, ball's loose. Harding had it, and then a foul on Jones for pushing Harding out of bounds.
He went after the ball himself. Jones was just behind him. That wasn't a push.
He jumped into Jones to try to screen him out. And the contact was made, and they called it a push on Jones. So up in the front court to Pantea, and it goes out of bounds as the pass was wide of Harding anyway.
Probably another push.
So it ends up being a turnover against Century. Ball comes back to the Indians, 3.5 to play. Lead down to 16, 41-25. Jones holds it outside, and there's a push against Gillespie. That's just his first, and it'll be the third now on Century, as Fleischman's going to come back in, and Harwell will leave. He'll probably be out until the quarter break and come back in to start the fourth, get him a little bit of a rest. Hobbs to Knapp, back to Hobbs. Hamlin from along the right base is good. Or I should say Linhart.
Yeah.
As in the backcourt, it's Blackhawk, gets it up to Fleischman, ahead to Harding in the paint, tries to jump into Linhart to draw the foul, and looks like he's done it again.
Yeah. Well, actually, that was a foul on Hobbs, but Linhart tried to just bull his way into the center of the key. And
well, again, he's jumping at a 45-degree angle. He's not jumping up. He's jumping into the defensive man.
Correct.
So here's Harding back to the free throw line. He'll shoot a couple. The first one is good. Tonight's game brought to you by Franklin County Medical Center, providing the best care in all of the Cache Valley. Franklin County Medical Center, 44 North 1st East in Preston.
It was Roberts that had the blood on the floor. He's got a bloody nose, and that's got cotton up his nose. So that's why he came out a little bit earlier.
Harwell comes back into the game as Gillespie leaves. And now Harding at the free throw line for the second, and it is no good. Tapped loose, but it comes to the Indians. Harding now 1 of 3 from the free throw line tonight. Hamlin has it, back out top to Hobbs. As Century will settle into a man-to-man defense. Hobbs goes around his man, misses the layup, and right down low, but a foul called before the shot. Foul's going to go on Harwell, and all of a sudden he's got 3. If 2 wasn't bad enough, now he's got 3. Let's see if they take him back out of the game. Not right now, they're not. As it comes to Roberts, Harding knocks it away, taken away by the Diamondbacks. As Fleischman has it to Harding in the front court, it comes to Harwell. Gonna drive down the right side, stops back outside. Fleischman holds it outside the arc. He says, hold on, let's back it back out of here, and let's slow something down here. Harding has it on the free throw line, extended right. It makes its way back to Pantea. Back to Fleischman. In on the right side, it goes to Harwell. Back outside to Fleischman. Wants to drive. Pulls up in the paint. Stumbles. Leans. Throws one up. No good. Rebound to the Indians. They get it to Jones. Back up in the front court. Hobbs in the left corner. Back to Jones. Holds it up over his head. Now wants to bring it back onto the right side again. Pantea comes out to pick him up. Spins around Pantea. Throws it up toward the hoop. Left-handed is no good. Ahead to Harwell all the way. Slam dunk.
Yeah, he's been waiting to do that all night long.
1:54 to play. Timeout on the floor called again by the Indians. We'll take the timeout as well and be right back.
KACH.
We all have those times when we need to see someone due to oral pain or discomfort. That is when you need to see Dr. Iverson at Preston Dental Care. When it comes to the health of your teeth, we should always strive for perfection and settle for excellence. Dr. Iverson at Preston Dental Care is the comfortable and professional general dentist that we all need from time to time. Contact Preston Dental Care today and make an appointment. Call 852-3700. That's 852-3700. Take the first step to healthier teeth and gums. Call Preston Dental Care, 208-852-3700.
KACH.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
KACH.
Preston has the ball. Here's Hamlin with a 3, in and out. Harwell with the rebound. 1:38 to play in the quarter. Here comes Harwell again all the way. Laid up and in. He's got 11, and the lead again is 19, 46-27. Roberts comes back to Hamlin in the paint, can't get a shot. Back to Hobbs. He doesn't shoot from there. Hamlin again over the top. Shoots over Harwell and makes it.
Yeah, we finally broke the ice with Hamlin. He got a good shot off.
46-30 as
offensive.
A holding foul called here against who? They called it against Lords. As Harding was really pushing his way physically into Lords. Lords had the ball, knocked it away, but they called the foul on Cade. So 1:06 to play in the quarter. Century up by 16 as they get it into the backcourt to Pantea. Pantea gets it up in the front court as Fleischman comes to meet the ball. Down low to Harding. Has it in the left corner. Takes a little bit of a shot. Throws it away as it comes to Hobbs. Hobbs turns it around. Back up in the front court. It comes to Hammond in the left corner. Brings it back out on the angle. Now back to Lords. Back outside to Roberts. As he brings it down toward the right side. As Harding follows him down toward the corner. Now he tries to drive his way out. Runs into Harding. Swing it back over. Lords. A three-pointer from the left side. That's no good. As again, here comes the ball outside. It comes to Fleischman up in the front court. Fleischman will give it back to Pantea. Comes back to Harding. Swing it all the way over in the corner. There's Gillespie standing there. Doesn't take the shot. As it down to 20 seconds in the quarter. Blackhawk goes between the legs. Now backs it off again. Down to 15 in the quarter. Back to Gillespie. Has it knocked away. Hits Lords in the chest with an elbow. No call. Comes back to Fleischman. Blackhawk for three. No. Long bounce comes back to Harding with two, with one. He gets cut off from behind. They knock the ball away, and that's the way the quarter will end. Preston trails by 16 at the end of the quarter. We'll go to the fourth. Brought to you by Webb Funeral Home. We come back right after this.
KACH.
Webb Funeral Home, established in Preston in 1925, has served the needs of Franklin County families and their neighbors for several generations. Now in their modern new full-service facilities just off Highway 91 south of Preston, Webb Funeral Home continues to offer caring and professional services to all residents of the area in their time of need. Funeral directors Douglas Webb, Ron Smaley, and Jordan Webb, along with aftercare specialist Jody Rasmussen, thank you for your trust in them and welcome your questions and concerns anytime. A message from your friends at Webb Funeral Home.
Advertise your open positions on the radio. You'll be amazed how quickly you see a response. You'll reach more people for less. The job stop includes radio and internet advertising. Call us for more info. We're a local company with a toll-free number, 833-856-9625. That's 833-856-9625.
KACH, mylocalradio.com. KACH,
Fourth quarter tonight's game brought to you by Webb
mylocalradio.com.
Funeral Home. Preston down 14. 46-30. Actually down 16. 46-30. Century has the ball to start the fourth quarter as Lee back into the game with his three fouls. Comes to Fleischman. Get it down low. Another great pass to Pantea for the layup. They're getting so many shots from 5 feet or less, you can't hardly count them.
Well, we're coming way too far out onto them as far as that goes. You've got to leave somebody underneath the basket.
Hamlin for three. That's an air ball as Knapp saves it on the floor, but it comes to Fleischman and a foul in the backcourt. Foul's called on Hobbs. That'll be 6 team fouls on the Indians, or is that already 6? That's going to be 7, so that's going to be free throws. Second foul on Hobbs tonight. So Fleischman's going to go to the free throw line here to shoot 1 and 1. Harwell back into the game to start the fourth quarter. And now here's Bruin Fleischman at the line with 4 points tonight, and his first free throw of the night is no good. Lee has the rebound, throws it up in the air. Harwell able to go and get it, and then he's fouled.
Yeah, there's not much we can do. Harwell's really crashing the boards right now and going at it, and Hamlin had to foul him because he had nothing but room in front of him.
That's 3 on Harwell. I'll check that on Hamlin, I should say. as Harwell's first free throw is good. Gives him a dozen. Preston now with 8 team fouls. So Harwell back to the line. Second one is good again. So Harwell with 13, and the biggest lead of the night for Century. They lead by 20 as it goes in and out of the hands of Knapp and out of bounds.
I thought Harwell tipped that out as it was trying to go into Knapp, but they're saying nobody touched it.
Up in the front court. Look out, here comes Harwell. Runs into a man. How Lords to keep him from dunking, but he's able to make the layup anyway. He's got 15. Jones for a three-pointer. That's no good. Harwell is just going to turn up the hot dog factor here in the fourth quarter. You can already see it coming.
Yeah. That's what they're trying to do. They're risking everything. They've got plenty of room, and the Indians are doing everything they can. They're even pushing shots up that shouldn't be taken, but you got to do something. You got to put the ball in the hoop in order to gain ground.
So here's Harwell back to the line. First one is good. Harwell's now made 7 of 9 free throws tonight. He has 16 in the game, which is just a couple shy from his season high against Preston. He makes that one. Now he has 17. His high point night against Preston this year was 18 in the game here. As Knapp wants to drive, blocking foul called against Fleischman.
And the basket's good.
They count the basket on the continuation. So Brecker gets the hoop.
I think you're going to see some dangerous play out here the rest of this game out, because if they're letting them drive in like that and just go right at them, and not calling the offensive foul,
Highland leads Thunder Ridge 61-41 across town as the free throw by Knapp is good. Now they have a timeout. Officials want to get together. Brecker has 10 to lead the Indians in scoring. Oops. Need to go over and talk to the folks over in the Century student section. They threw something on the court. Oh, they have an air horn as the officials talking to the security guard, and someone's going to be escorted out of the gym. So the young man with the air horn will leave. And there's a young lady going with him as well, being escorted out by the security guard and the principal. So, after the made free throw, Century has the ball in the backcourt as it goes to Harwell. Harwell, top of the key. Fumbles the ball around a little bit, able to get it back to Blackhawk, back to Lee along the baseline, and
a foul underneath.
Foul underneath
Knapp,
on the Indians. It's going to go against Brecker. That's his third, and that's 10 against the Indians already here in the second half. So here's Lee. Jordan with 9, still has 9, misses the free throw. He's 1 out of 2 from the line tonight. Tonight's game brought to you by Stokes Market True Value. Produce to hand tools, fresh meat to smokers, fresh bakery and deli items, and now fresh sushi made daily. Stokes Market True Value, 217 South State Street in Preston. Second shot put up by Lee is good.
Gillespie and Bull come in for the Diamondbacks.
So getting some guys some playing time who don't normally get it in Bull. As Roberts inside, that goes down and comes back out. Bull has the rebound. He'll get it off to Pantea in the backcourt. Quickly it comes up in the front court as it comes to Lee. Lee back outside to Pantea. Gillespie lines up a three, doesn't take it, steps inside the arc. Now get it back down low, back to Harwell, who's fouled going up. Foul should go against Lenhart and will.
Actually, he was straight up and had ball, but had a hand underneath it, and they said he touched his arm. But
that's 4 against Lenhart, as Hobbs will come back in. As the first free throw here by Harwell is good to give him 18. That ties his high point mark against Preston this year. Remember, his high point game was a game against Pocatello in their first ever meeting between the two teams with Harwell on it. Harwell had 34. Pocatello had 34 as a team. As the second free throw is no good, Roberts has the rebound back up into the front court. Poked away and a reach-in foul against Isaiah Harwell. That'll be 4 on him. And 6 now against Century as well. As Harwell comes over to talk to the referee who made the call. As they get it in, Hobbs gets it into Knapp. Knapp wants to drive back down low to Roberts. His little short jumper is no good. Pantea has the rebound. Get it back to Harwell. Harwell coming up the floor in a full head of steam. Give it down low as it comes to the shot by Bull was no good. Tipped in by Harwell. Gives him 20, 58-33. The Century getting ready to run the Indians out of the building. Hobbs, spin move in the paint, lay it up and in. First 2 points of the game for Cam. And pressure in the backcourt. They can't get it in, so Century will have to call a timeout with 5:33 left. 58-35, a 23-point lead, and a timeout on the floor, and we will be right back.
KACA.
One of the best changes brought on by the COVID situation is the way we buy new vehicles. At West Motors in Preston and North Logan, they have become experts in these new buying practices. They invite you to build your own vehicle. Because of part shortages, vehicle manufacturers are building pre-sold vehicles first instead of trying to refill the nation's car lots. So now people build the vehicle that is exactly what they want. What color is it? What size engine? What accessories will you include? Stop by West Motors in Preston or North Logan today and let them help you build your own vehicle. Don't settle for the best car on the lot. Build your own vehicle at
West Motor Company.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Century has the ball in the backcourt. Harwell brings it up in a hurry, and a foul there, a blocking foul against Jones.
Actually, that'll go. I believe it's going to go. Well, maybe it was Jones. I thought it was Hobbs.
So Harwell will go back to the free throw line now in the double bonus, so he'll shoot 2. That miss that he had a moment ago at the free throw line snapped a streak of 6 in a row that he had made. He makes that one, gives him 21 now in the game. So Harwell with his highest output in a game against Preston this year. Makes the second as well. As Hobbs back up into the front court for the Indians. 60-35, a 25-point lead. Back outside. Roberts for 3 is good. That's the third 3 tonight for Roberts in the game as Lee gets it up into the front court as it comes to Bull. Pantea bounces it back to Bull. Now wants to drive, pulls up for the 15-footer. That's no good. And Roberts up high to grab the rebound. Ahead it comes to Hobbs into the front court. Back outside to Roberts. Wants to drive on Bull. Knocked away by Pantea. Taken away by Gillespie. Up into the front court. Try to get it back to Harwell. Down low. He goes up. Jones reaches in and strips it away. On the way up.
How they're letting them get away with that arm extension push driving into the basket. That's happened so many times tonight, and they're letting them get away with that. I don't understand. That's not how I learned to officiate.
No, it's It's like football. It's, offensive ball carrier. You can stiff arm. That's basically what they're doing on the drive. As the shot by Harwell was good. Harwell's got 23 now in the game. Fourth quarter of tonight's game brought to you by Webb Funeral Home. When you're in your time of need, call them at 852-0533. It's Webb Funeral Home. You know them. You trust them. They're here to stay. Blackhawk comes back in as Luke Pantea will leave. See if we see Pantea anymore tonight with 4:49 remaining. As the next free throw by Harwell is no good, as it's tipped and it's going to stay with the Indians. And now Harwell will come out. He's likely done for the night with 23 points and a 61-38 lead with less than 5 minutes to play. So here's Hobbs back up into the front court. Hobbs bounces it to Roberts. Bounce it inside to Knapp. Knocked away by Bull. So Knapp has to go chase it down. Drives, gets the layup and a foul.
Yeah, Harding tried to undercut Hobbs or Knapp as he was driving to the basket and finally got called for that foul.
That's the third on Harding. And Brecker goes to the free throw line. As the free throw is no good and Lee has the rebound. 61-40. Century on top. As the reach in there knocked away, it'll stay with the Diamondbacks. Preston trails by 21 for just a little over 4 minutes to play, so it's certainly not insurmountable, but starting to look a little bit bleak as Harding has the layup down low. Gillespie fights for the rebound and he's fouled, and he's going to go to the free throw line to shoot two. Is the foul on Hobbs?
They're saying two shots. That was a rebound foul, wasn't it?
It's double bonus.
Oh, that's right.
Gillespie came slashing through and not under control, and they said he was fouled by Hobbs. As the first one by Gillespie is good. That's his first made free throw of the night, gives him 5 in the game. And he'll go back to the free throw line, 62-40. Preston trails by 22, make it 23 as Gillespie makes them both. Here comes Hobbs into the front court. Across the top of the key, makes a move around Lee. Spin shot is up and in. Nice play by Hobbs. So Lee gets up in the front court. Gillespie tries to whip it down low. His pass was deflected and intercepted by Hobbs. Here comes Cam back up to the front court as it comes to Jones. Comes around Blackhawk all the way down the middle. Scoop shot is no good as Harding able to come down with a rebound down low there for Century. Gets it back outside, throws it over the head of its intended target, and all the way down the floor and out of bounds. 3:47 to play, 21-point game. Lords will bring it in for the Indians all the way back in the backcourt. So here comes Hobbs up into the front court. Wants to drive again. Around Lee, laid up, no, but he's fouled. So Hobbs will go back to the free throw line as Lee gets the whistle for the foul. That's number 4 on him and 8 on the Diamondbacks. So here is Hobbs at the free throw line. The first one no good.
I've never seen the Indians this rattled, even at the foul shots. They're taking everything they can desperately as much as they can into the game. So
just whatever they've tried hasn't worked.
Right.
Chevy Nelson comes into the game. Rhett Larson comes in. Roberts and Knapp leave, so Jones is going to start getting the seniors off the floor, and in Chevy Nelson's case, on the floor, get him a little playing time. Hobbs makes the second free throw. Gives him a total of 5. So here comes Blackhawk up into the front court. 3.5 to play in the game. As Jones has started to empty the bench just a little bit, get some guys some playing time here in what will look like will be the final game of the year for the Indians. Blackhawk, spin move, gets away. Lee has it, wants to drive, goes around Larson. Larson blocked the shot. Comes to Hobbs. Baseball pass into the front court, goes through the hands of Hamlin and out of bounds.
Yeah, that's kind of a tough play. You're trying to move the ball down court, but you got to be ready for the pass when it comes.
63-43. Blackhawk and races back up the floor, gets across the timeline, goes around Lords. Look out! Lords comes down on him and didn't mean to. They kind of slap each other on the back, say they're sorry, and Blackhawk will now go back to the free throw line.
I've seen basketball games that were ugly, but this is getting to be as ugly as I've seen.
Well, as Blackhawk shoots this, we have seen Harwell play 3 times now, as the first free throw by Blackhawk is no good. The rumor that's still floating around is that he's going to be moving after the school year and go down to and play in a preparatory school or a private school, whether it be in Salt Lake or the latest thing I heard earlier today was possibly a couple of places in Vegas, as the shot by Hamlin is no good. Cade Lords grabs the rebound and puts it back in. As Blackhawk ran a whistle foul from behind on Hobbs. So I'm impressed with what I see with the Harwell kid, and if we only get to see him for his freshman year, that's too bad, and certainly I hope it doesn't happen, as I like to see the kid mature here.
Well, he's kind of in the situation where he's the big man on campus, and he's going to do everything he can, but he hasn't got the players to go with him. You know what I'm saying is there to showboat him the way he wants to be showboated.
Both free throw by Blackhawk is good, 65-45. Now he'll get the bonus. Yeah, unfortunately, you don't have just a one-man team to be able to continue to improve as a player. You got to have more players around you. Lords, Hamlin gets cut off as he tries to drive the baseline. Inside it goes to Larson. Back down low as they get it inside to Lords as he turns around, makes it, and he's fouled. Score the basket, and Blackhawk draws the foul. That's his first. Linhart and Knapp come back in as Hamlin and Hobbs leave. And now Lords goes back to the free throw line, and the junior's first shot is good. As he completes the three-point play, and now he will come out. And Steve Roberts comes back into the game. So he's got all the seniors out there on the floor now, does Jones. 66-48. 18-point lead for the Diamondbacks. 2:20 to play. Blackhawk will hold it over on the right side, bounce it back to Harding, swing it back to Gillespie, top of the key. Now on the left side, it comes back to Lee. Down low, back to Blackhawk, spins inside, doesn't take a shot, back outside to Harding. As look like they're just going to hold the ball here for the final 2 minutes and let the clock run out. They don't look like they have any intentions of taking a shot. I've said it once and I'll say it again. Shot clock.
Yep.
This is exactly why you need it. John Wooden perfected the four-corner offense as the lead goes down the baseline for the layup.
Yeah, they're just going to play casual basketball here for the last minute and a half and just kind of let the ball go where it may.
Back to a 20-point advantage again, 68-48. Roberts for a three, that's no good. As Bull hustles for the rebound, gives it back to Harding. As Nash will dribble it up into the front court, give it back to Lee. And timeout called by the Century Diamondbacks, but that's just to get a couple of players on the floor. Jeremiah Lacombe into the game for the first time, and Eric Anderson come onto the floor. A couple of seniors who don't hardly get any playing time at all.
Yeah, both coaches have pretty much decided to figure the game is out of hand and where it's going to be, and they'll let players play.
You know, unfortunately, there's only one team in each classification that ends the season on a win. And unfortunately for the Indians, 6 years in a row they had gone to the state championship game, but that string is going to come up break tonight as the shot no good. Long rebound comes off to Linhart all the way, lay it up, missed it, tapped inside by Knapp is good. Getting to the championship game 6 years is a heck of a thing to do. Nobody can really talk about that.
Well, yeah, they're not saying that it was the players anything. It's just we didn't get the draw this year against three teams that were all in the top six. You know, it's a tough battle. 40
seconds left. But congratulations to the Indians. It's been a heck of a year. They're going to finish this season 14-9. It'll be the second year in a row that they failed to win 20 games in a season after doing it so many times. That's a double dribble they didn't call. Lacombe with the layup, no good. Knapp has the ball, races it back up into the front court for Preston. He'll give it to Larson. Holds. Down to the free throw line. It goes to Linhart. Tries to go up in the middle. Puts it up, and it's no good as it rattles out. But Tyler's going to go back to the free throw line as the foul's going to be against Eric Anderson, his first.
I think Larson was looking for that three-point shot he's been waiting to shoot all year long.
He's taken a couple, but that's about all. He made one. Where was it? At Valley View?
Yeah.
I think, yeah. As Linhart's free throw is good. So the state tournament will have to get by without the Preston Indians this year.
And that's unfortunate because these are excellent young men. Really know the game of basketball.
Linhart's second free throw is no good. Larson with a putback is in. 68-53, a 15-point lead. As Lacombe drives, spins it up, no good. Tapped away as Chevy Nelson hustles to get to the ball. Comes to Linhart with three, with two. Hey, little runner in the lane. It goes in.
It's good.
But they count it with Knapp hanging on the rim. They will, apparently. So Linhart gets the last basket of the year. And for the Preston Indians, their season does indeed come to an end as they lose here in the elimination game 68-55. So Century stays alive. They will go across town to take on the Pocatello Thunder coming up on Thursday night in the first of the district championship games. And if Century can manage to win that, they'd move back over here on Saturday, but they still have to get back on the winning side against Pocatello.
Yeah. Well, if they play like they did tonight, put their in-your-face defense against Pocatello, they have a good shot, because they beat once this year as it is. And so, they're not afraid of them. They'll definitely go at them. It'll be interesting to see.
68-55 the final. Century moves on. Preston goes home. Stay tuned. We'll have the postgame show coming up next. Tonight's game has been brought to you by West Motors, your only stop for new or used cars in Preston and in Logan. Stokes Market True Value, with the freshest meats and produce and now preparing and selling sushi. Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Preston Dental Care, when you have an occasion where you need someone to take care of your teeth, call Dr. Iverson at Preston Dental Care. Rounds & Associates Insurance Agency, an independent agency with many options for all of your insurance needs. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, we have all the parts you need to take care of your car. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park region of Preston. Naylor Insurance, for home, health, life, and auto from Liberty Mutual. And by Motor Jungle, they'll fix the cars that other mechanics will refuse to touch. Now, stay tuned for the postgame show, coming right up.
Franklin County Medical Center Sports Therapy and Rehabilitation Services is dedicated to helping you live your best life. We have trained professional staff to help you improve your athletic endurance and so much more. Whether you are recovering from injury or surgery or need some basic athletic training, we work hard to get you back to doing what you love most. Our speech pathologist can also assist with communication, language, or other speech issues. Learn more about our services at fcmc.org.
Here is a great idea for lunch today, or any day. Try the fresh buffet bar in the deli at Stokes Market in Preston, with a different theme every day, but enough variety that anyone can enjoy it any day. There's also the fresh salad bar, so you can mix and match your favorite salad fixins to create your very own best salad. Now that your mouth's watering, add one more thought: the convenience. Every item on the buffet is ready to eat now. The fresh buffet bar, another reason to shop, enjoy, save at Stokes Market in Preston.
Well, we had no winner on Tuesday morning in the KCH Money Magnet Contest, sponsored by FCMC and Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. So coming up on Wednesday, another $5 into the jackpot. Wednesday morning during the 7 o'clock hour, the jackpot will be worth $135. Be listening. I'll call out the 4-digit lucky number. Hopefully, I'll call out the number that matches the one on your money magnet, and you could be a winner. $135 up for grabs Wednesday morning during the 7 o'clock hour on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH.
A proud member of the Co-op. We save you money on advertising and enable you to reach more customers. We are KACH, Preston, Clarkston.
This is the Preston Indians postgame show. Coming up, we'll recap tonight's game, take a look at the final stats, and a look at other games from around the area on the Ron Keller Tire scoreboard. Well, welcome here to the postgame show tonight as the Preston Indians have their season come to an end as they lose to the Century Diamondbacks, 68-55 the final, as John Slaughter here with me courtside, John Beverly back in the studio. You know, just too much Isaiah Harwell tonight.
Well, yeah, there was, but he wasn't. The Indians dug the hole, got into a deep hole in the first half, and then they were down by 13 at halftime, and then they had a hard time coming back, so they had to try to do everything they could in the second half. And Harwell decided, hey, I'm going to show Preston that I'm a better player than what they think, and he kept driving to the basket and making shots, slam dunks. And then some of the play that the officials let go, you know, is questionable in my book. Not necessarily their book, but my book. And, you know, there were some players that stood out tonight that I really think they got away with a lot.
For the Indians, you know, going in, we talked about things that they had to do, and getting points inside was something they needed to do. And Brecker Knapp finished the game with 14 to lead the Indians down low. Yeah,
it's, you know, Brecker, the team is good. We are a good team, and I will say that there is no I in our team on our side. But on the other side, we just couldn't quite get in sync with everybody, and our percentage has to be way low. We missed so many shots, especially in the first half, that just didn't go down. Finally hit a couple of threes. We finally hit a couple of threes that helped us out in the second half to stay close, but it was fairly even the second half.
You know, and kind of a tip of the hat to Tyler Linhart in his final game in a Preston uniform, finished with the game with 10 points. Very hard-fought 10 points. It's a tough draw when you have to rotate back and forth between Harwell and Fleischman down low.
Right, and you know, that's one of the reasons that Coach Jones really would like to have this tournament in our house, because I think you get just a little bit more momentum with the crowd behind you and with officiators, because they, you know, I just think they would have been better at home.
Well, for the seniors on the team, Larson, Nelson, Knapp, Roberts, Linhart, they all finish up their basketball careers at Preston on a losing note, but, you know, they go out still knowing that the teams has gone to the state championship game in 3 of their 4 years, winning a couple of them, and still they can walk off with their heads held high, even though their basketball career at Preston at least is over.
Yeah, and the credit to that, a lot of that credit goes to Coach Jones. He's an outstanding coach and does a great job. He's got a real good relationship with everyone, all the young men that come out and play for him. But this senior group, like they said, they've been successful. They just didn't quite get it this year. Next year's going to have some young men come up that's going to have to step up and do something. We'll be okay next year too. I think if we can get a little more height in the center there and a little more beef on the bones, hey, I think we'll come out again next year. Jones, I guarantee you, Jones' team will be back.
68-55 the final. We'll come back to look at the stat sheet from tonight's game right after this timeout.
KACH.
We all have had a time in our lives where having insurance has been of great comfort and has helped to not make a bad situation worse. That is what we at Naylor Insurance take pride in, being that friend there to help you when you need it most. At Naylor Insurance, we will work hand in hand to find an affordable insurance plan that works for you. We are proud to represent a number of carriers to fit your commercial insurance needs, including a wide variety of options through Liberty Mutual Insurance. Call us at 852-0810. Naylor Insurance, 153 North State in Preston.
Used vehicles retain their value longer than new vehicles. That's a fact. So when you're shopping for a vehicle, don't forget to look at the pre-owned vehicles you'll find at Motor Jungle in Preston. When you see a vehicle on sale at Motor Jungle, you know that Motor Jungle's top-notch mechanics have gone through it with a fine-tooth comb. You'll know it's as mechanically sound as it can be. So stop by and find your next vehicle at Motor Jungle at the north end of State Street in Preston.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
Well, look at the final stat sheet brought to you by Naylor Insurance in Preston. Stop by and see them on State Street. First for the Century Diamondbacks, Zach Gillespie finished the game with 6. Isaiah Harwell, with his highest point total against the Preston Indians this year, had 23 in the game. Eliza Blackhawk finished the game with 2. Jordan Lee had 12 in the game. Bruin Fleischman had 4. Nash Harding had a dozen. And Luke Pantea finished the game with 8. Century was 17 of 26 from the free throw line, and they made a total of 3 3-point shots in the game. For the Preston Indians, Brett Larson finished the game with 2. It was Cam Hobbs who had 5 in the game. Brecker Knapp had 14 to lead Preston in scoring. Steve Roberts had 9 points on 3 threes in the game. Drew Jones had a total of 7. Will Hamlin had 3. Tyler Linhart had 10. And Kane Lords finished his last game of the year with a total of 5 points. Preston was 6 of 11 from the free throw line, and they had 5 threes in the game. So the final score, 68-55. John will have our player of the game, sponsored by Ralph's Construction. And a final thought as we'll say goodnight from Century when we come back right after this.
KACH.
Ralph's Construction has been building quality homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston for years. Now they're breaking ground on Phase 3 and will have homes available again soon. However, now is the time to be planning exactly in the Phase 3 lots where you want to be and eventually call home. For more information, call 435-232-1837. Ralph's Construction can have a home ready for you before you know it. Remember, they have floor plans available, or they can build to suit a floor plan that you may desire. Ralph's Construction. Call today, 435-232-1837. We all have those times when we need to see someone due to oral pain or discomfort. That is when you need to see Dr. Iverson at Preston Dental Care. When it comes to the health of your teeth, we should always strive for perfection and settle for excellence. Dr. Iverson at Preston Dental Care is the comfortable and professional general dentist that we all need from time to time. Contact Preston Dental Care today and make an appointment. Call 852-3700. That's 852-3700. Take the first step to healthier teeth and gums. Call Preston Dental Care, 208-852-3700. When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric in Preston, Idaho. It's what we do.
KACH.
Well, I want to remind you that coming up in just a few minutes when we are done, we'll have the second half of our doubleheader tonight, as we'll have Westside against Bear Lake coming up as soon as we're done here in just a couple of minutes. John, time for our final Ralph's Construction Player of the Game award of this basketball season.
I'd like to, this is the hardest part for me because there's so many of those, especially these seniors that have stepped up all year long. But I'm going to give it to Brecker Knapp, who was not only our high scorer, but his momentum. He's had a consistent average throughout the year. He's played hard. He's done everything that, has been asked of him playing in the middle. He's gone up against some tough competition this year in the middle, and he's held his own. I'm just real proud of these young men, these seniors especially, that have stepped up and played hard. They've been a great group to watch and affiliate with, and you, Dan, it's been a lot of fun. Yeah, it's been great.
Tonight's Player of the Game brought to you by Ralph's Construction, building new homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Remember, they're breaking ground on Phase 3 as the snow continues to melt, so now is the time to contact them about a lot or design options about a home that can be built for you. It's Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837. It's kind of bittersweet. I know, John, let's get a final thought from you before we say goodnight.
Well, the final thought is tomorrow the sun will come up and the Indians will have another team next year. I guarantee that. I'm so, it's just so fun to watch these boys play, and I'm glad to be part of their community, and they play hard. You can't help but love them.
That's right. I want to thank you for all you've done during football and basketball both, and I'm sure we will be seeing you down the road someplace.
Well, I'm hoping to do baseball, and I know you'll be doing baseball, and maybe on the away games I can jump on your bandwagon and go with you to the away games.
If you want to do that certainly can be arranged, absolutely. So that'll wrap up our basketball season as the girls went to the third-place game in state, and for Preston, they fall a little bit short as they lose in the district tournament here tonight, losing to Century by the final score of 68-55. For the executive director and producer of KACH Radio Sports is Val Cook. Our studio engineer has been John Beverly. For John Slaughter, I'm Dan Hubbard. Thanks for joining us all basketball season long, as coming up is softball, and that gets underway March 10th as Preston will be playing a doubleheader at home against Hillcrest. So we'll look for you hopefully then. If not, of course, we'll have the games for you on the radio as well. So that's coming up on March 10th. So until now, for John Beverly back in the studio, I'm Dan Hubbard. Thanks for joining us tonight, and please have an enjoyable rest of your evening. Thank you for listening to the Preston Indians postgame show. This broadcast has been a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and was intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Use of any portion of this production, its accounts or descriptions, in whole or in part, may not be used or rebroadcast without the express written permission of Preston Broadcasting, LLC.